What's up, everybody, and welcome to the new studio and my new show, Tatts Funny. Now, Tatts Funny is a show all about tattoos and funny stories. Well, maybe I should say funny stories about tattoos. You know, growing up, I've always been fascinated by body art. Whether it was piercings, henna, or ink tattoos, I've just always had a thing for body art. So I started getting tattoos at a very young age. So as a result, now I've got 1,000 tattoos with 1,000 funny stories behind them. And I thought to myself, I can't be the only one. So I reached out to some of my friends, and that's how the show was born. Let's see who we've got in the studio today. Oops. What's up, good people, and welcome back to another episode of Tatts Funny. I'm your host, Kevin Damn Fool Simpson. On today's show, I have my good friend all the way from the city of Chicago, former poet. I don't know, I can't say former poet, because I guess you're still a poet. You just don't do it as much anymore. But ladies and gentlemen, give it up my poet extraordinaire, culinary artiste, as well as one of the funniest comedians I know. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Doc Love is in the building today.
Crazy in this bitch. They going crazy out here, baby.
They going crazy in these streets. What's up with you? How you feeling, man?
What's good with
you? Not much, man. Just chilling, you know, still trying to get through the whole quarantine thing, you know. Rest of the world is opened up. LA is like a zoo in this motherfucker. Everything locked down. We can't go to
Chicago and going. Motherfuckers been out here trying to kick it 2:30.
Yeah, y'all been kicking it since February. You niggas.
Yeah,
I was like, look at my city. These niggas don't give a fuck.
13 lasts like 2 weeks, nigga. We was like, man, shit. If I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. Then fuck it.
Right. I think everybody kind of feel like that now. Man, I done had it already, and if I didn't, fuck it. You know
I mean, I was sick like back in January. I had a little nose thing.
Everybody keep bringing up when they was sick.
That was my corona already. No, I wasn't, nigga.
Like, nigga, the corona wasn't even out yet. You was sick in April of last year, nigga.
It ain't even dropped yet, like a mixtape. You ain't see it. That shit ain't even dropped yet. But yeah, that shit real though.
This shit is not the chicken pox, nigga. You can get it more than once. Shit, I had that shit already. I'm good. Everybody think they immune. Everybody got some reason why they feel like they ain't got shit to worry about. Shit, I'm young. Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I run. You know what I mean? I don't even eat pork like that if you think about it. I mean, I eat bacon, but like, nigga, that ain't the nigga. That's
I don't eat pork like that. I see like straight. Like, nigga, it's not the fucking swine flu. Shut up, your stupid ass. Hey man, this shit is fucking crazy. Doc, we've been knowing each other. What it's been about 10 years? Well, actually, no, I've been knowing you since I started, like about 15 years. Shit.
Yeah. When I
comedy at first, but
yeah. When you were doing comedy, nigga, let me tell you the story. This nigga, hold on. Well, you know, I was doing spoken word then when we first met. You was doing jokes and notes.
Okay.
And we went somewhere. We was at the drawing room, and it was some girl I was talking to, and she was like, you was talking to her when I went to the bathroom. I came back. I saw you like, oh yeah, what up, boy? I was like, oh, you know this nigga? I remember that shit. That was like 15 years ago at the drawing room. That's before all this shit.
It's funny because the comedy scene and the poetry scene, like, they cross paths a lot in Chicago. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was one of those comics that hated this. I did whatever we had to do those type of shows. Like, because it always depends on which poet was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you had your conscious nigga, you had your sexy nigga who wanted to do all the sex poems, and then you had like, you know,
girl, don't you know I will lick you the way that you need to be licked? Always that nigga.
I hated them niggas. Yeah, I was gonna say you was one of them niggas.
I mean, you gotta do what you got, you know.
But then you a smart nigga too, so that made it even worse because you get. I've never heard a nigga make 17 L words rhyme. The nigga lounging while laying and lounging while licking your labia. It's like, nigga, wait a minute.
Was it in the lounge chair? No.
Your lamp.
Yeah, I definitely remember. That's back when spoken word was booming. We had a little moment for a spot. We had a little moment. You know, I wish I was doing comedy then. Shit. No one tell them where the fuck I would be then, you know. But you know.
Hey man, I be saying the same thing. I wish I could have started when I was like 10, like 10. I'd be awesome like that, nigga.
Yeah, nigga. Dude, Dave Chappelle started at 14.
But see, here's the thing. Like, we grew up during a time where a lot of parents wasn't as progressive thinking. Like, them niggas was lucky. They had progressive thinking parents. My mama think shit was a job. You had three choices in my house. It was like, you gonna be a doctor, a lawyer, or the police. But like, they know they on 43rd in Princeton. Ain't no doctors coming from over here. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Who paying me to go to school? Who doing all that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
niggas, right.
Believe in the arts or realize that the arts was somewhere that you could actually make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be tripped out trying to explain that shit to my son now. He like he be bringing up, he like, Dad, did you know you could like make a whole career of just playing the guitar? I said, yeah, nigga. Like, I'd have friends who have whole houses and they never did shit but played the guitar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like there's so many jobs that we weren't exposed to when we were.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? I think it would have been better for me if I think what was better for me was that fact that I was around a lot of comics before I did comedy. And I was just around that vibe and that energy and just to see how the politics of it all was and move. So by the time I started doing it, it was like easier for me to move faster through shit without getting caught up in the same bullshit a lot of other motherfuckers was. I would sit around listening to niggas talk like, yep, just sitting there shaking my
That should be helpful and it'd be deterrent at the same time, because like you hear like veterans talking about other niggas. Like, man, every time this nigga come to town, he always calling me, want me to come do this. Like, it makes you reluctant to do the same thing. Like, I
do that shit though.
I'm gonna call this nigga because I don't want to be the nigga that he talking about. Like, this nigga always some shit.
I didn't do that shit, but when I started this shit, these motherfuckers, you know, like especially when you definitely started at a more brutal time. But it was still I caught the last bit of the brutality.
Yeah.
Because you know, I mean that shit like right 7 and a half years ago now. So I remember walking out, I was outside Jokes and Notes. Motherfucking George Wilborn. Remember, you know George? Yeah. George Will was on outside talking to what's the nigga? Buck Wild. OGs, right there outside talking.
Now that's a conversation.
I tried to get in a conversation. That nigga stopped me. Hey, excuse me. Are you a comedian? I was like, yeah. He's like, how long you been doing comedy? I was like 2 weeks. He's like, exactly. There's nothing that you can add to this conversation. And just turned his back. I was like, nigga. Yeah. He just, first of all, you don't turn your back on me, nigga. I'm young me. I would have, fuck out of here.
Hey man, let me tell you
that shit hurt it, but I understood something about comedy then. It was a different kind of game, you know what I mean? It was more brutal. It wasn't so accepting of just everybody jumping into shit. You know what I mean? So me coming from, you know, spoken word and being on stage doing theater and TV, movies and shit, it made it easier for me to do comedy, but the comedy game just was brutal, just a whole nother beast. Shit, a whole nother beast.
Hey man. I think one of the funniest stories, or not like the funniest, but just an interesting time. I remember I was in Chicago. One thing I love about comics is like, until you get to know a motherfucker, you don't know a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all do things or have other talents or other jobs that we do that nobody knows about. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time I was downtown. I was on some trick off shit. I had, you know, a little money in my pocket. So I had to get me a room downtown at like the Palmer House or some shit. One of the big dumbass hotels, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm showing out. I'm like, yeah, we're going to go downstairs and have a little lunch in the hotel restaurant. I go downstairs and start ordering shit. Like, yeah, let me get the fling bloom gang. And I can't pronounce shit on the menu. I look up, this nigga Doc come walking out the back like, hey man, go and get what you want, man. I'm gonna take it.
I was like, what the nigga damn fool doing here like you out of town, nigga? We still in Chicago.
I'm at home acting like I'm out of town.
You look like you thought you was out of town. Until I walked up and fucked your illusion up. Like, nigga, pull what up, nigga, what you doing here? He was like,
you still live around the corner? Oh man, come on.
That shit crazy. It's funny because it's true, nigga. That shit was funny as hell.
Like, we always be surprised to see niggas in different settings. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas see me in the grocery store. Like, fool, what you doing in the grocery store, man? Man.
Nigga, you be buying groceries? Like, yeah.
Boy, I ain't know you be at McDonald's like that. Like, yeah, nigga, I buy my own food. This is how my life works. But being in the game, man, like, you've been in the game for a minute, but one of your biggest accolades for me, you know what I'm saying, is having the opportunity to work with the great Dick Gregory. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have never had the opportunity of working with somebody that awesome, that, you know what I'm saying, dynamic, that, big of a deal to the game. Like, what was it like being on the road with not only one of the greatest comics ever, but like one of the greatest voices, of our nation, like that, it's a lot. Yeah, like
hell yeah,
it's a lot of titles. Like, that was a lot of shit to be on the road with. What was that like, bro?
Man, it was definitely an experience, you know what I mean? But I think, I don't know, man, it was a lot for me. It was a lot for me to take in. It was a lot for me to take in just being who he is in general, because I was already, enamored and a follower and a listener of his before that. He was my dad's favorite comedian.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? My dad's favorite person. They grew up in the same neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? So it was weird for me to be in that spot. I think I tell people they be acting like, I mean, he wasn't nice. You know what I'm saying? He was an old man.
He an old black man. There's no such thing as a nice old black man.
He wasn't nice, but he was like,
if you
he was real though.
You can't be a happy motherfucker. Like, you lived through a time where niggas told you couldn't pee right there because
nigga, I can tell you a gazillion stories, but I remember one time, this how it was, like, cause he Dick Gregory, like, he just don't give a fuck about your feelings or none of that. And he was always nicer to women than he was to men. That's real. But he more apprehensive. But and every time, just me being me, I would sneak in questions and just ask him shit on the low, just me and him, just to see if he really was, and just to see what he would say to me privately, I guess, but to see if it was gonna be what I thought. And then nigga, I could tell you this, Mr. Gregory cussed me out so many times. He cussed me out one time. He snapped at me so hard one time, I damn near cried. I was like, man, you hurting my feelings, motherfucker. You know what I mean? He would cuss me out so hard. I mean, we was at Uptown doing a show. Oh man, this is real shit. We in Uptown doing a show, Uptown Comedy Corner in Atlanta. It's like show number 5, and I'm on stage smacking their ass, having a good little time. Atlanta showing a whole lot of love, right? This is Mr. Gregory. I come outside. They like, man, they tell me Mr. Gregory talking shit about me. I'm like, what? This is my motherfucking idol, icon. It's like, yeah, he said, man, get that nigga off stage. He ready to go up. He ain't even that funny. I said, he ain't that funny. Can you imagine hearing that from Dick Gregory?
Right.
So I'm like, I'm damn near in tears because I'm so emotional and that's how I am. And I go to the side, I talk to the promoter. She's like, oh, no, he ain't hitting none of your jokes. He just saying some shit. I'm like, what? She's like, no, that's just how he is. So I was like, oh my God, I was about to faint, nigga. You know what I mean? But he was always honest, always 100. He was definitely he was a star, and he knew he was a star. And I got something nobody else got. I got a one-on-one interview. Ain't nobody ever seen it. It's me and him talking, and I'm interviewing. I'm asking him a whole bunch of questions and shit. But the one question I did ask him, and I tell you on your show, is that I asked him. I said, and it's kind of changed my life. It changed the course of how I did comedy. I asked him. I said, Mr. Gregory, seeing that you are who you are, and you're so outspoken, and for the people and everything that you've done, what do you think the role and responsibility is of other comics nowadays that's coming up under you? And he looked at me, he was like, nigga, what kind of fool did you? He's like, your only job as a comedian is to be funny. That's it. He said, I did everything else I did because I'm Dick Gregory, not because I'm a comedian. And that shit shook me. I was like, what? And it changed my motherfucking outlook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like,
I've been saying the same thing when everybody's been like, you know, when niggas started all the witch hunts, like Don Lemon, where is so and so? Why they not saying nothing? It's like, hey man, I didn't promise to be your voice. Or I didn't promise to correct social injustice for you, nigga. I promised you I would make you laugh. And that's
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And especially hearing that from him,
Yeah.
it put everything in perspective. I was like, wow. So that's what helped me continue doing my activism and fucking with the people and doing my shit in the streets on the pro us side of things.
Yeah.
And still staying true to me. Because that helped. When he said it like he said it, I was like, that was real. You know, you can feel like he's like, I didn't do that shit because I was Dick. As a comedian, I did that shit. I was Dick Gregory.
Yeah.
That's who the fuck I am.
Yeah, that was Richard doing that.
You say what?
I said that was Richard doing that.
And then Bill Duke, big black ass, gonna walk in and interrupt the goddamn conversation. I was in a whole interview. He just walked right in like I wouldn't even stand there. Ass all in my face. How you doing, Mr. Gregory? Like, get the fuck out of my face. I said, you know you fucked up, don't you? Don't you?
You know you fucked up, right?
You know you fucked up, don't you? But yeah, but it was a great experience, man. Just being in the hotels and lobbies and waiting rooms with him all the time, talking to him and just seeing and just soaking in on his life. And then also the last, and this is real, his last birthday show. You know, I'm still a new comic-ish, you know, definitely. His last show, and we was in New York, and M. Brown was there, the homie, Chicago homeboy, funny as fuck. M. Brown, me and M. Brown on the show, and we was doing our shit. And they came to me and they was like, Doc, do you want to do the Sunday show or do you want to do the Wednesday night show? But keep in mind, Sunday night is when all the celebs come through and, you know, all the niggas who gonna come through and, you know, make your Instagram look cool and shit. Or you can do Wednesday night. And I was like, well, fuck it. I just do Wednesday night because Wednesday was his actual birthday. You know what I mean? His actual factual birthday. And I said, he's 80-something years old. How many birthdays he gonna have? You know, I'm gonna do the birthday show. I want to be on stage with Dick Gregory on his birthday. And I hosted that show. Did pretty good. But it was his last birthday. Ain't that shit crazy?
That's dope.
That shit crazy, yeah, man.
That's something that'll live with you forever. You know what I mean?
Ever. And that nigga M. Brown ended up doing the Sunday show and blowing the fuck up. No, but yeah, but I'm still glad I did that though.
You got the moment. That's what matters.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, I started this show, man, because like I love tattoos. You know what I'm saying? I love being able to talk to my friends. I love catch up with people. So I was like, I want to do something, man. Everybody got a show on the internet. I need to do something, but it's got to be something I fuck with. So it was either this or a dance show. And
nigga, you do be having them dancing slacks on though, like you can shuffle on them.
I always got dancing shoes on, but a nigga can't dance. You know what I'm saying? But I've always loved tattoos. But like out of all the tattoos I got, I've got about 30 of them, but only 1 or 2 of them are good ones. And I'm like, if I love tattoos this much, and I got this many horrible tattoos, or this many tattoos with stories behind them, I'm sure other people too. And that's when I started calling my friends. Now, you sent me a picture first. The first picture you sent me, which is this one. Now y'all take a look at this picture, and y'all tell me what y'all think Doc was trying to do with this picture.
I thought I was sexy, nigga. Fuck what you talking about.
This nigga look like a sexy ass swimmer or some shit. Like this look like this as opposed a swimmer does in sports. Hey. Like if that should have been a whistle around your neck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what this
and I got the black fist on that motherfucker though. Yeah, you know,
he coach ass picture. This nigga, I was like, this nigga ain't trying to show his tattoo. He just want us to know he used to be sexy. This nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Throwback little reminder. You know?
Now, explain to us what this is we're looking at, and when you got this tattoo, how old you were, all those different things. Give us the story.
Oh man, so this is my second tattoo. This is my daddy. It's a picture of my dad. It's a portrait. And I got the tattoo for a real ass reason, because I don't keep up with shit. You know what I mean? I lost this picture. My dad passed. He passed away when I was a sophomore. And I'm a daddy's boy. I really only spent like 4 years of my life with my daddy because, you know, I was in foster care and shit.
Yeah.
And my dad actually got a crib like 4 or 5 blocks away from my foster home. So for like 4 years, you know, I was there every Saturday just with my dad. We would, you know, he would lecture me all the time and sit down and have these long talks with me, just getting me ready for life. And he would always say, you know, I'm not going to be here forever. Now, one of the reasons he said that, because he was old. Like my dad, when I was born, my dad was already 50.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying? My mama was only 20.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I know some people like that.
Yeah. So like, he's always trying to get me ready for life, and we used to go around and you know, he had a whole other life before me. You know what I mean? My oldest brother right now is 67 years old. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like he had a whole other life and a family. Then he started over. And he met my mama, was young thought ass, and then had us. You know what I mean?
Damn,
so,
that's crazy.
Yeah. So, but I was a daddy's boy. You know, he was the parent that was there for me.
My daddy, other family lived on the next block. I was playing with niggas that was really my brothers.
Niggas tackling you hard as hell, man. They don't know why the aggression there. Niggas, don't hate you for some reason. You're keeping them from us.
Hey.
But no, my dad was, you know, he was a big part of my life. So I got a tattoo of him on my chest. He was, you know, he from Chicago. He was the first in my little town, Kankakee, where I was growing up at. He was the first to do a lot of shit, but he was the first nigga with money, period. Like he was like literally a Chicago hustler in a small town. So he was balling, which is what, you know, which was good for me. But he eventually had a stroke and he lost a lot of shit. Like when people talk about my dad, they talk about, you know, your daddy had all these Cadillacs, which he did. You know, I was a kid, we hopping out of different Cadillacs every day, 6, 7 different Cadillacs at once. But he was a hustler, did a lot of stuff.
Where did you grow up again?
In Kankakee.
Kankakee, okay. Yeah, I was from Champaign, my bad.
Hell no. Nigga, no. I grew up in the Keys on South 3rd. But I grew up, you know, I bounced around little foster homes and shit, and then I ended up in one great one, which I still consider home to this day. But my dad was always there to try to help me be a man and give me these long talks, and you know, and at one point we end up, you know, like it's not as uncommon in Chicago, but in Kankakee, we were the only people. I used to sell music with him. He used to sell like these press little buttons and shit and tapes. I used to push a shopping cart all the way through town, selling tapes and shit, cassette tapes for $5 a pop.
That's
making a, you know what I mean? Just me and my dad, but I used to love to do it because I got to spend time with my daddy. I left for like $30, $40 myself every time, you know. And he always instilled in me that get up and go get it type of shit. You know what I mean? So I got that tattoo. Cause after he passed, I knew I couldn't keep up with no goddamn pictures and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and this motherfucker hurt it. Oh, it hurt it, nigga. This shit hurt it.
You got that tattoo out of love and the fact that you irresponsible.
Exactly. And I lost this picture of me and my dad. Oh, to this day it fucks with me. I lost this one picture of he would hold me up in a little tub and shit. I was a little baby, and it's in my mind burnt in. So I'm like, I'm not losing nothing. I'm keeping this picture with me. So I burnt that motherfucker right here via needle, tattoo style. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I got it. Shit, you know what I mean? Now, I got tattoos, but that's the one that you got the picture of, though. You know.
I'm real big on tattoos have to have a meaning. They have to, like, this is some shit that you getting on for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you don't think this out and get some shit that really means something to you, 20 years later, you're gonna be mad you got this bullshit.
Hell yeah, like I do, like this bullshit ass tattoo I got around my back of my arm. I got a motherfucker. I don't even want to say I got a Bible verse on the back of my arm. And I got it there because I wanted to like have it, but yet hide it. You know, from my mom at the time, because I got it in high school. You know what I mean? I'm like, I ain't gonna let her know I had the tattoo.
Where is it at on your back?
It says Psalm 27 though.
Where is it on your back?
On the back of my arm, on the back of my left arm.
It on your back. I was like, nigga, you got a Bible tramp stamp?
Nah, nigga. No, I got it says Psalm 27, and I got it because that was one of the ones that was saying like the Bible verse. It says a lot of stuff, but it says even though your mother and your father forsake you, you know, God will hide you in His tabernacle in the time of storm. You know what I mean? Okay. So I got that time because even though my dad passed, I felt like shit. Y'all left me out here. You know what I mean? So I got that one, and then I got across my back.
That's goddamn words, Doc.
Huh?
That's a lot of goddamn words.
What you mean? I mean, they don't say all that.
Oh, I'm like, nigga, that's a lot. I thought you had the whole words.
Yeah, nigga, it just say Psalm 27.
Like a lot of times when you get tattoos, like you just have to really think about them. You know what I'm saying? You have to put that thought into it. Like your tattoo is deep. It's got meaning behind it. You got it's your father, you know what I'm saying? You didn't never want to lose them, so you kept them close to your heart. You put them on your chest.
Put them over my heart, literally. Yeah.
It all makes sense. Then you got the Bible verse on your back. You know what I'm saying? It all makes sense.
But I got Life Goes On tattooed across my back too.
But see, when I started getting all my tattoos, I was like 16. So I started getting them all. Well, I got my first one at 14. Then I started getting them all back to back to back to back. And those tattoos may have been deep, and had meaning at that moment. 20 years later, them tattoos don't mean shit. I'm mad hell I got these motherfuckers.
What the fuck is deep at 16, nigga? What?
Exactly. Like in my mind, all of this shit was deep. So I've been talking about these. I have 3 tattoos that I got right back to back to back. Right. At this time in my life, I had a thing about fire. Everything had to be engulfed in flames. Like I got 3 different tattoos of shit just on fire for no reason. Like why is it murder? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm 16 years old, bro. It's a person burning up, basically. It's just a nigga engulfed in flames. And
what the fuck was on your mind, Mr. Simpson, at 16 years old?
He's clenching his fist and looking up towards the heavens, right? Now, at the time when I got this tattoo, my thing behind it was everybody's like, man, that shit look crazy, man. What that mean? I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? It's like at times I just feel like a tormented soul. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta make it deep on them.
Like, nigga, you a tormented soul.
Like, oh yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
What torment is your soul going through at 16, my nigga? And like this nigga, when you look at the tattoo, that nigga looks like he is going through it all. He is in so much pain. He's tired. His fists are balled up. He look like he yelling out. It's like, why are they burning this nigga? Nigga, do you think you a witch? Like,
where'd you get it at? Where'd you get it at?
I've had this tattoo on my arm forever, man. I got it right. It's right up under the skull, the burning skull. At this time, I thought, you know, the pain in my mind was too much to bear, so it was like a flame. So that's why the top of the skull is on fire.
Your tattoos are horrible, sir.
Horrible. Like, and I'm talking about, I got whole sleeves, nigga. These just go all the way down and around.
Well, all the money you done made so far, you should be having them motherfuckers covered up.
Nope. No, I'm like Nas. Nas won't get that chip tooth fixed because he don't want to forget where he came from. I'm not getting none of these tattoos fixed because I would have remembered how stupid I was at one point in my life.
They got a burning skull, nigga.
And then the nigga who going through the shit, the tormented nigga, why is jaw so square? Like, who is this Tom Brady jaw ass nigga that I got tattooed on my arm, nigga? Like, like he was born to quarterback his high school team to the playoffs. It's just,
nigga, that's horrible. That's horrible. I'm glad I ain't do that shit. I had a buddy who got a horrible tattoo. He was an inspiration to me. He's one of my best friends. He got a Tasmanian devil dunking a basketball. I'm like, no, nigga, no.
I got it. And the thing is, I got this done in the shop. This is one of the few tattoos that I have that I got done professionally, and it still looks like shit.
Nigga, I was gonna say you got that shit when you was doing your time.
This like I was in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like
that definitely got kind of prison is she kind of prisony tones to it, little prisony motherfucking highlights, nigga.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, like I was so deep back there in my mind. I look at this shit now and I be like, man, what the fuck was I thinking, bro? And then when I go back and I think of the meaning behind each one, I'm like, bro, you need to stop.
You ever set up and try to think of a new meaning to make it look not as bad?
Oh yeah. I got a couple of those like that I've
like, so what that? Well, this mean, you know.
Yeah, I got two tattoos I lie about. Like I lie the actual meaning of them. I don't tell people. I lie like, oh, nah, that means such and such and such and such. But it's really some dumb shit I done got. You know what I'm saying, about some girl or something. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, this means I was burning with desire for love, and as you come on, like this motherfucker done made up.
It's a heart because, you know what I'm saying, I was in love, but the fire around it shows the burning desire that I had at the time for this young nigga at 12. Yeah, man, I was madly in love.
It's deep, man. I've been in love my whole life, you know. What's that other shit?
It's out there. This right here, this is a man and a woman having sex, right? And they're also engulfed in flames.
This nigga burning. Like, what the fuck is going on? This nigga, you done jinxed your whole sex life.
So what is that? Why is it on? Why are they on fire? Why they fucking? You know what I'm saying? But
why that motherfucker did a tattoo? They ask you like, you sure you wanna set motherfuckers on flames like that? Like I wouldn't even want my work out there in the streets like that. That shit crazy.
Like, look, I want a picture of my baby right here, but I want flames all around the back.
But my baby hot, you know what I mean? Nigga, no.
My baby hot like fire, you know what I'm talking about? Like, what, nigga? I'm telling you, everything had to be on fire in those days. It was like, wasn't no fire on it. It wasn't a dope tattoo to me.
You know? How was you getting tattoos at 6? What I was like? I was 7. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but I don't know, like, how motherfuckers that young getting a tattoo? Like, you got multiple 16-year-old tattoos.
Yeah, because you got niggas out there who doing tattoos in their basement. You know what I'm saying? Like, you take the risk because it ain't sanctioned by nobody. There's no
nigga living. Nigga, that's living on the edge. Goddamn it.
A nigga get through with your tattoo, get through with one nigga tattoo, and then take the needle and do this, and then tell this nigga to sit down.
Do that.
Who going next, bro? Come on, I got like 2 more. I can get 2 more with this ink.
I just wiped it off, nigga. Like, no, you just can't wipe it off. Can't wipe off AIDS, sir. It's not wipe off gold.
This nigga to hit it with a wet wipe. Like, all right, we good. Come on. Like, nah, nigga, you ain't got no other one.
That's definitely how motherfuckers used to be, though. Like, no, but I know people that had tattoo parties to be doing that shit all day.
Yeah, you know, parties was the shit too when I was younger. Like, somebody would pay a tattoo artist to come, and they pay them a flat fee plus it. So then that way, any tattoo you get is like $60. You know what I'm saying? And then but you always got them stupid ass niggas that want to get big ass shit. It's like, bruh, it's 20 other people trying to get a tattoo. Would you get your mouth?
Chicago skyline background.
Right. I want the skyline on my chest. And up under there, I wanted to say, I'm from 63rd. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here, man.
I'm 63rd, right off Halsted. If you really.
Then on the back, I wanted to say where I'm from. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here, bro.
I want the Green Line train, the one on 630 Cottage, right? Across my shoulders. Get the fuck out of here.
I want the train to go down my back and then around my waist. Like, nigga, what the fuck?
I wanted to stop at the Harris on 87. Just draw the whole. Get the fuck out. But you know, I'm glad I got. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to get another tattoo, but I feel like, am I too grown now to get new tattoos?
I've been asking myself that. Like, am I too old for fresh ink? Like, when is the cutoff? You know what I'm saying? Like
give me 40-something, get a new tattoo. I'm gonna get tatted up. Nigga, anybody gonna see that shit?
Yeah, I know a nigga in New York got his first tattoo at like 47. I was like,
you can like, take that shit off. Take that shit off.
You had a full gray beard, like put it right there.
wanted to get a big ass tattoo across my back, like I wanted to say "free slave" on the back with a stamp on it. You know what I mean? Like a stamp, like "free slave," like you've been free.
That's deep.
Yeah. But I was like, shit, boy, it's gonna hurt. But like, am I too old for this shit?
Right, nigga. That's
Who else gonna see this shit?
Your back ain't the same as it was when you was 25.
Nah, that picture, my back was on. My back was a shit. My back right now needs to go back. God damn it. But I did want that shit. I still kind of low key want it. But I thought, I was thinking like it might hurt my career or some shit like that. I was thinking.
All my tattoos are like in areas where like everything is around where you can't, like, it's where I can cover it up. Like I ain't got nothing up here, nothing on the back of my hands. Like everything I got, I could be covered up with a long sleeve shirt.
No, you get a neck tattoo, that means you self-employed.
Yeah, and I am, but it's like just in case, you know what I'm saying?
Happen to see those. Yeah.
I stay away from all that shit, but nigga, I'm about ready to go to the back of my hands now. I'm like, fuck it, I'm in here. This is it. I ain't doing nothing else for the rest of my life. But
what you gonna get?
I ain't decided yet. That's why I ain't done it. Cause this decision is gonna be a good one. You know what I'm saying? These last
LA, you chatting like a motherfucker. I seen the documentary shit.
Yeah, so I'm taking my time. Before we go, top 5 tattoos you hate to see.
Top 5 tattoos I hate to see. Ooh. Shit.
Male.
Huh?
Male or female? Just 5 tattoos that you just hate to see on people.
Ooh, let me see. Well, I know this. I don't like the fact that everybody don't have original tramp stamps. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I don't like the little just design, just to have a design.
It's a standard tramp stamp.
I don't like the standard tramp stamp. Like if you're gonna have something, do something like that.
Would you please start customizing your tramp stamp? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like please get a tramp stamp that's for the tramp that you are. You know what I mean? Not just like a regular, just I fucking hate that. I don't know. I think I ain't gonna say it ain't gonna sound so bad. The Jesus face tattoo. I fucking hate that tattoo. I was like, why you got, and it's white Jesus, that's that. Aiming black Jesus. You got white. I fucking hate that. I know too many people like that, yeah. You know what I mean?
You ever Jesus on a nigga that you know ain't godly though?
You ain't never seen a godly nigga with a godly tattoo.
No, you ain't never seen a minister with a tattoo of Jesus. It's always a nigga that had killed 4 people in the neighborhood.
Exactly. Like, and then nigga want to have only God can judge me. Nigga, no, you going to court. Nigga, I think more than God gonna judge you, nigga. That's gonna be your honor, nigga. You know what I mean?
You got court in Florida, nigga.
What else? I don't like when people have a long ass tattoos, like them whole ass chapters, like a little scroll. You know what I mean? I hate those motherfuckers too. And
got a scroll on my forearm.
I don't like girls I don't mind a super tattooed chick. You know what I mean? Like you could be like Go-Go Fukume, Go-Go. You could be tattooed up. You know what I mean? But it's certain tattoos. Like we just pulled up over here today. I'm in my brother's crib right now on the south side, 62nd Road. I seen a motherfucking girl outside had tattoos. It is like her tattoos look like she was destined for not greatness. You know what I mean? Like I was like you got the tattoo on your neck, your chest. It looked like somebody wrote that shit with their left hand, they right-handed. The shit was fucked up. You know what I mean? I'm like, ooh. And it could have been sexy, but it wasn't.
If
you know what I mean?
hadn't drew it, it would have been nice, baby girl.
Yeah, like you just think, but like you let somebody put some on your body and you ain't even see they craftsmanship. I don't know, but whatever. But to each they motherfucking own. All my shit is decent. All my tattoos decently crafted, except for this song tattoo, which is I want to get it covered up. You know what I mean? But I was gonna get like a Marcus Garvey quote over that shit on the back of my arm. But we'll see though. But I do want my free slave tattoo. But I don't. Everybody can do what the fuck they want to do with their tattoos. As you know. But nigga, we are going to judge you.
Yeah, we're going to judge you, no matter what you do.
Definitely gonna.
That's how this. I was just having a talk with a friend last night, and I was like, America gives the brochure that they giving out to niggas is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It says that this is a place where you can come, and it's the land of the free and the land of the brave, and you can come here and you can be anybody or be any person, and and you accept it for who you are. But that's not true, because the only way that's true is if we had a separate but equal society. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and we wouldn't go for that. Like, a lot of people tell me like, oh, we already did that. I was like, no, it's a difference between separate and segregated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's for you to tell me I can't come to this place, only white people can go there, and black people have to go there. But my place need to look just as nice as that place. And that's the difference between, you know what I'm saying? But if we do, we'll be great. It's like, let us have BET and y'all can have WET and the Asians can have AET.
No, I don't separate but equal is a goddamn thing. It's a goddamn and like Martin Luther King said, I feel like I've integrated my people into a burning house.
Yeah. It's like,
I'm telling you.
It's
but you know, I go off on a tangent. You start talking about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But
I'm just shit start going crazy at the bottom. Man, y'all on some bullshit, man.
I see a nigga with a picture of Martin Luther King. Oh man, these tattoos. Oh no.
I hate when niggas get shit but put their face in it. Like, you know, like I've seen a nigga with a Jesus tattoo, but the Jesus face is his face. I've seen
the devil is black. No, I think I seen him up. You seen a dude the Denzel, the Malcolm X tattoo, but it was Denzel.
Yes, nigga. Yes.
Wow.
And listen. I'm all for getting portraits of people if they inspired you. That's your thing. But to all you niggas out there getting tattoos, like when people die and shit, make sure the nigga that's doing your tattoo makes your tattoo look like that person. I've seen Kobe tattoos that look like, who is that nigga on your arm? Like, why you got Tupac in a Lakers jersey?
That's Kobe. No, that's not Kobe, nigga. That's not Kobe.
I seen one nigga tattoo. The Kobe, the tattoo is looking like, I'm supposed to be who? My name is Charles Alexander. I don't even know how I got it.
I seen a Kobe jersey with number 25 on tattoo. This nigga ain't never been number 25 in his motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying?
Ever.
He never played for that team.
Why is it a St. Joseph jersey? Like, they got a Kobe Bryant Simeon jersey.
That was his school. Oh no, because I'm from Chicago. No, nigga.
No, you put Simeon on my mama. You did.
No. I got a tattoo on my shoulder too. He got a tattoo my brother on my shoulder too. All my portraits are fucking immaculate. Yeah, you know what I mean? I went to a nigga who do portraits specifically. I didn't want no random looking motherfucker on me. Like, you know what I mean? That'll be my encouragement to all those out there. You know.
Man, let the people know where they can find you at, man, before we get up out of here.
Yeah, man. I'm Doc Love. You know, find me comedian Doc Love on all things social media. Doc Love Live on IG. That's what I want. I don't be on IG enough, but I'm gonna get on there more and start posting my shit. But Doc Love Live on IG. Hit me up on there. And comedian Doc Love on Facebook. You know. So that's what's up, man.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
And then get ready for my charity event. We're doing a charity event out here in Chicago. I don't know when this is gonna air. My company Done Waiting is doing a charity event to kind of stop the violence, not even stop the gun violence, stop us killing us type of shit. We're doing a charity on 116th in Michigan, right smack dab in the shit. And I'm asking for every comic and everybody, however people can support, to do that, man. Support, send a donation and spend some time. Come be security, come laugh. I don't give a fuck. I just want everybody hands on deck. You know what I mean?
For sure. Hey, man, I appreciate having you. I appreciate you being on the show, man. Thank y'all for coming out. Y'all all know you can always find me, damnfoolisfunny.com. Damn Fool is Funny on all things social media. Also, get over to the Did You Miss Me podcast page, didyoumissme.com. all those different platforms. Check us out. We're on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you can find podcasts, you can find us. I appreciate y'all coming out. Check you out on the next one.